Hi, my name is Jennifer Jackson, and I'm a mind-body practitioner who helps people end the struggle with emotional eating, food cravings, and yo-yo dieting. And I'm really excited to share with you what I call the missing piece to weight loss. The missing piece to weight loss is not another diet or exercise plan. Let's face it, if you've tried lots of different diets, you probably have a great idea of what's healthy and what's not. Knowledge of what to eat is not the issue. The issue is what lies beneath the surface in your subconscious mind. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about the 5 most common subconscious programs that keep people from losing weight or having a healthy relationship with food. There will be questions you can use as a self-assessment to see which program or programs have been blocking you from your goals. But first, let's talk about the subconscious mind. You may have seen a visual like this before, where the conscious mind is represented by the tip of the iceberg that pokes out above the water, while the subconscious mind is represented by the huge mass beneath the surface. The conscious mind is associated with willpower, short-term memory, logical and critical thinking. In other words, all the tools we employ when we put ourselves on a diet. While our subconscious mind is associated with our beliefs, perceptions, emotions, habits, values, protective reactions, and long-term memory. In other words, all the programs that run our lives. Scientists estimate that about 90% of our behavior is controlled by the subconscious mind. That leaves a mere 10% to our conscious mind. For the most part, this is a good thing. I certainly don't want to have to think about pumping my own heart, nor do I really want to have to relearn how to tie my shoes or drive my car. I'm very happy that my subconscious mind has those programs totally under control. But there are other programs we have picked up along the way that are not so helpful. Let's look now at the 5 most common subconscious programs that block people from either losing weight in the first place or keeping the weight off once they've lost it. Program number 1 reads, "Eating this specific food will make me feel better," and it shows up in your body as food cravings. When we crave a specific food, usually there are positive memories linked to that food, usually memories from childhood. Our subconscious mind has stored these positive memories and has hardwired them to the food. Now, when we're stressed or bored or overwhelmed or just in a habit, our subconscious mind will helpfully remind us how good we felt when we ate that food, and it will nag us in the form of food cravings to eat that food again and again. This is a problem when you're trying to stick to a healthy diet and all of a sudden you are craving chocolate pastries and you don't just want one. This is the most common subconscious weight loss blocking program. 99% of people who struggle with weight have it. So here are some questions to see if you have this as well. Is there a particular food or kind of food you crave? Is this food associated with a positive memory or person? If this food was in front of you, would your desire to eat it be very strong? Now give yourself a rating from 0 to 10, how strong this program is for you. All right, let's look at program number 2, which reads, "The best way to escape, numb, distract myself from pain is to eat." And it shows up in your life as emotional eating, binge eating, or eating often when you're not hungry. While the first program developed from positive experiences, this next program developed from negative experiences. Somewhere in childhood, you might have learned to associate eating with feeling better. This is especially true if there were things to escape from in childhood. If mom and dad fought a lot, if there was any kind of abuse, if one or both parents were alcoholic, or if there was any other kind of trauma or chaos. At some point, you might have noticed that food eased the pain. This pattern could also have developed into a problem later in life during a painful period such as a death, bad breakup, divorce, job loss, financial stress, or other painful or high-stress situation. Your brain then fused together eating as a way to escape, numb, distract yourself from feeling painful emotions. Now, even during the minor stresses of the day, your brain helpfully reminds you how much better food makes you feel. Moderate amounts of sugar and carbs do make us feel better. They actually do send feel-good chemicals to the brain, and I believe using food like this is okay in small doses. But when we keep wanting more and more and can't stop and hurt ourselves with overeating, then it becomes a serious problem. So here are some questions to see if program number 2 is running in your subconscious. Do you often eat when you're not hungry? Do you tend to eat more when you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, angry, lonely, bored, or some specific time during the day or night? Once you start eating, does it feel hard or even impossible to stop? Does your eating feel out of control? And do you feel ashamed or guilty about your eating? Now give yourself a rating from 0 to 10 on how strong this program is for you. Okay, let's look at program number 3, which reads, Don't Tell Me What to Do. And it shows up in your life as self-sabotage. Most people think they can't stick to a diet because they lack willpower. It turns out that willpower is not what most people think. Willpower is not just about your own personal power. Willpower is tied up with your relationship to your authority figure when you were growing up. If your parent was critical, domineering, or controlling, and you're struggling with your weight, you're probably still internally struggling with your parent. Going on a diet is giving yourself certain rules. The problem is we all take on the voices of our authority figures. So you may be giving yourself the rules, but it might be triggering your struggle with your authority figure, and at some point your subconscious says, No way! Don't tell me what to eat. I want those French fries, all right? Now get lost. And before you know it, your hand is bringing French fries to your mouth, even though consciously you had planned not to eat them. So here are some questions to see if you are running program number 3. Did you have a difficult relationship with one or more authority figures growing up? Do you have a rebellious streak? Do you tend to sabotage your diet and or exercise efforts? Now give yourself a rating from 0 to 10 on how strong program number 3 is for you. Let's look at program number 4, which reads, Clean your plate, and it shows up in your life as being compelled to finish whatever is on your plate, even if you don't really want it, or not being able to throw food away. Lots of people who struggle with weight have trouble leaving food on their plate, and especially throwing food away. They feel guilty, like it's wasting money, wasting food, somehow not right. This generally came from a parent who insisted the child needed to clean their plate before they could leave the table. This is clearly an unhelpful program when you're trying to lose weight, particularly in our supersized culture where portions can be enough for 2 to 3 people. So here are some questions to see if you are running program number 4. Were you told to clean your plate as a child? Do you feel compelled to finish what's on your plate even if you are no longer hungry? Is it hard for you to throw food away even if you don't want it? Do you feel guilty, like you're somehow doing something wrong or shameful? Now give yourself a rating from 0 to 10 on how strong this program is for you. Now we come to the strongest program of all, which reads, It's not safe to be thin. And this shows up in your life as sabotaging your efforts when you reach or get within a range of your goal, or simply not being able to lose those last pounds no matter what you do. When people are running this program, they start to feel uncomfortable or unsafe when they get within sight of their goal weight. They might feel uncomfortable when people compliment their appearance, or unsafe and want to hide when they're given any kind of sexual attention. This usually comes from any kind of abuse, particularly sexual abuse, or even sexual boundary violations, such as someone making a comment when you're beginning to develop. This feeling of not being safe can also come from an illogical connection your subconscious mind has made. If the last time you were thin, something bad happened, such as you got a divorce, had a bad breakup, had a death in the family, got a diagnosis, lost a job, or some other painful thing, your subconscious mind may have linked this unfortunate event with being thin and is now trying to protect you from another bad thing happening by keeping you heavier. So here are some questions to see if you are running this program. Do you feel uncomfortable when people compliment your appearance? Do you feel anxious when you receive sexual attention from strangers? Have you ever been sexually violated, either physically abused or made to feel uncomfortable in your body? Do you feel safer at a heavier weight? Did anything bad happen the last time you were thin? Now give yourself a rating from 0 to 10 to see how strong this program is for you. So those are 5 of the most common subconscious programs that keep people from losing weight in the first place or keeping weight off once it's been lost. So here's the bad news. If you're running any of these subconscious programs, no matter how few calories you eat or how many calories you burn off at the gym, losing weight and keeping it off will always be a struggle. But here's the good news. When you can reprogram your subconscious mind so that it is in alignment with your conscious mind and your weight loss goals, you will be able to easily stick to a diet or a healthy plan, pass up or have small amounts of your favorite foods without feeling deprived, anxious, or obsessive, feel motivated to exercise, or feel safe and confident in your body, which naturally leads to achieving your weight loss goals. My client Shannon is a great example. Shannon had gained over 50 pounds during her divorce when using food as a means of comfort and distraction from her anger and grief. In just a few sessions, we were able to transform this behavior so that in our 6 weeks together, she was able to lose over 20 pounds. She is now well on her way to her goal and feeling so much better, happier, more confident in her body, and so much more energy. She recently texted that she just got this great new job, closer to home with a much better schedule. She literally seems like a different person than she was before we started working together. So you're probably wondering, how do I reprogram my subconscious mind so it works for me instead of against me? I am so glad you asked. I am launching a 6-week group course called The Missing Piece to Weight Loss that will show you how to rewire all 5 of these weight loss blocking programs. The Missing Piece to Weight Loss draws from cutting-edge mind-body techniques such as EFT tapping, matrix reimprinting, neuro-linguistic programming, and hypnotherapy. These techniques are all gentle, non-invasive, effective, and long-lasting. Each week, we will study one of the subconscious weight loss blocking programs and learn the specific mind-body technique to rewire it. The course will meet for 6 Mondays from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Zoom, starting this coming Monday, April 29th. In addition to the weekly meetings, the course also includes printed instructions to use the techniques on your own, guided meditations you can listen to on your phone to support your progress, mindful eating strategies to maximize your success with any healthy eating plan, a private Facebook group where you can ask questions, share celebrations and concerns, and give and receive support from the Missing Piece to Weight Loss community, and finally, a private call with me where we look over your specific subconscious blocks and create a map for your success. If you have followed along and taken the self-assessment and found you have one or more of these subconscious programs running, and you are ready to dissolve these programs once and for all so you can achieve your goals, and this program sounds interesting to you, then I would like to offer you the call now at no charge. If you'd like to book a free call with me, simply click the button below or send me an email at jen@discoverthemissingpiece.com. But hurry, because there are only a couple of spots left, and I'd love to have you join us if this resonates with you. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to talk with you soon so you can start making progress on your weight loss goals right away. Again, if you're interested, send me an email at jen@discoverthemissingpiece.com. Hope to talk with you soon.